From Supplementary 1, pronouncement of judgment.
We have discussed all the authorities cited, and we have said a government employee may seek age rectification if it is permitted by the rules of employment and within the time provided for that purpose. Where a government employee on the eve of retirement proposes to seek age correction, the effect of which would be to postpone the date of retirement, it should normally not be allowed unless some manifest error in the record or culpable negligence in its preparation is evident. In these exceptional cases, the court might venture to get the age of the employee reassessed. However, as in this case, there are two entries of the date of birth of a government employee in the records, the latter one claimed by the employee to be the correct date and the earlier one by the employer should not take any unilateral decision to decide on the correct date of birth of an employee which is to be entered in the records. Before making a determination of the date of birth, an employee must be given a reasonable opportunity of hearing, and upon hearing and considering the case of the employee reasonably, should a decision be taken in this regard. This kind of decision can be taken at any time during the tenure of the employee, even if it is at the fag end of its tenure. This was not done in this case, and the appellant writ petitioner made to retire after 30th June 2022, considering his date of birth as his year of birth as 1964. Now this brings this case close to the facts in the judgment of the Supreme Court in Shankarlal versus Hindustan Copper 22-6 SCC 211. If the respondents as employer were to superannuate the employee, to superannuate the appellant on the footing that the date of birth was 1964 and not 24 January 1967, both of which were in the records, it amounted to the employer taking a decision on the age of the employee at the time of his retirement. The judgment declared the very reasoning on which an employee, within quotation, is not permitted to raise age correction plea at the fag end of his service to extend his tenure should apply to the employer as well. Therefore, what was needed to give the appellant a hearing and pass a reasoned order with regard to his age as laid down by Bose J in that judgment. In those circumstances, we partly allow this appeal by directing the competent authority of the respondents to take a decision as referred to in the communication of the Superintendent of Police dated 19th April 2022, after giving a hearing to the appellant and by a reasoned order within 2 months of communication of this decision. On the basis of the decision taken, the respondents could either affirm the decision to superannuate the appellant or take a fresh decision on his date of birth and superannuation with consequential reliefs. The impugned judgment and order is set aside. The appeal is accordingly partly allowed.
Much obliged.
Highly obliged, madam.
Before server, it's handed to my chamber.
Highly obliged, madam.
Much obliged.
From main supplementary list, item number 1.
There is an appeal against the order part of the learned single judge, my lord. There is a delay in filing an appeal, my lord. So I'm praying for notice on the respondent. But I'm also praying for some indulgence from Lordship. Lordship, here what happened, there are 128 respondents, my lord. Before the learned single judge, they are represented by same counsel, my lord. Now issuing notice to 128, I counted, my lord, till amount of 100 reams of paper, my lord. So, my lord, Lordship permits.
This is a writ appeal.
This is a writ appeal, my lord.
Okay.
So, my lord,
So we will waive formal issuance of the notice and direct justice service.
my lord. My lord. Well, what I'm praying, my lord, otherwise the registry will insist on complete set for 128 sets, my lord.
No. We served on the advocate of record for the respondents.
My lord.
List this appeal and the miscellaneous application. How much time you will take, Mr.
3 weeks time, my lord. Suffice. Or maybe 4 weeks, my lord, because there are many of them, 128 of them, my lord. 4 weeks.
On 5th December.
My lord.
As there are more than 100 respondents. Formal issuance and service of notice is waived. Next, advocate on record for the appellant shall make justice service on the learned advocate representing the respondents. By delivering one copy of the cost papers.
I'm deeply.
From daily list, item number
And
1.
affirm and file an affidavit of service
From
before the
daily,
returnable date.
from daily list, item number 1.
Yes, my lords. My lords, are directed an affidavit to be filed regarding the status of the road. This pertains to the my lord, Shillong-Dowki Highway, and an affidavit has been filed by the state, my lords. And if I may take your lordships to paragraph 3 at page 2, my lords.
Page 2.
Page 2, paragraph 3 of the affidavit status report, my lords, has been filed now.
This.
My lords have it, my lords. They say that it is brought to the notice of this honorable court that with regards to package 1, 2, 4 and 5 of the said project, the land has already been handed over by the state government to the National Highways Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited, and the work is in progress. Paragraph 4, my lords, is a little more concerned. It says that with regards to package 3 of the said project, draft notification under section 3A of the National Highways Act 1956 has been forwarded to the government under the Revenue and Disaster Management Department, Shillong, by office letter number 161024. And when the draft notification is approved by the government, the same will be published in both the national and local dailies, following which any person interested may file objections under 3C1 of the National Highways Act 1956 within 21 days of the publication of the notice. So insofar as package 3 is concerned, my lords, it seems to be at a nascent stage even at this stage.
Now, what is this notification about?
Well, this pertains to, well, it's acquisition of land under the National Highways Act.
No, but why this, okay.
I have that.
This has its own procedure.
It has its own procedure, Malad, and it is a pretty lengthy procedure.
Draft, then
First-
suggested compensation,
Lodging.
then response to that,
Lodging.
then compensation is awarded, then perhaps appeal to the district judge.
Lordships.
That
It
procedure.
goes through the entire process, Malad. Well, I am
But
all.
what is the public interest litigation about?
Well, the matter was originally filed by me concerning the felling of trees, Malad, at a certain stretch. Now, that issue was addressed by this Honorable Court by order dated 6/2/2023. However, this PIL was kept pending, Malad, for the purposes of monitoring the completion of the work from Shillong to Dauki. If I may take your lordships to that order, Malad, that would clarify things.
There is reference to an order dated 19 September
19th,
in the last.
19th September was, Malad, for the purposes of filing affidavit. The order, Malad, I was referring to is 6/2/2023. It's a detailed order, Malad, if my lords have the last paragraph of this order. If my lords have it, may I read it, my lords?
This felling of trees is now over.
My lords, they have assured the court that till the project actually takes over, my lords, they will not be felling trees. So to that extent, my lords, the PIL, when the PIL was closed, my lords. But the matter regarding the entire stretch of road, that remains.
But it will not be operational unless the trees are removed.
Well, it's because the difficulty is, well, it's what has happened, as your lordship would have appreciated, since 2023, even the acquisition is not complete. Now, one of the apprehensions that we had expressed before the Honorable Court is, well, it's, at the first stage, trees are felled. Subsequently, the projects are abandoned. there has been a history of such things in Meghalaya, my lords, which is why this PIL at that stage was been filed. But subsequently, my lords, of course, this order came into being and an assurance was given that till the project actually takes off, these old trees would not be cut. Of course, they would have to be removed, my lords, when the project starts, and reforestation efforts would be made after the project was completed. As it appears, my lords, from 2023, we are in it was the end of
This is cross-purpose.
I'm sorry, my lords.
Cross-purpose, because your PIL, the cause of action is, the relief sought is that start and complete the highway.
My cause of action was, my lords, that the tree should not be felled. What they pointed out was that it was
That
a
is the main
necessary,
cause of action.
my lords.
Or the cause of action is complete the highway.
No, my PIL was only with regard to the trees, my lords.
That's all.
My concern was only the trees. These were trees, my lords, almost 100, 150 years, 200-year-old trees that were being felled mercilessly at that stage.
And in which area? Which?
My lords, this was just when we are leaving Shillong, my lords, there's a place called Rilbong Point. It was towards the Rilbong Point, my lords. There's a military hospital. There, these trees were being felled.
Look, covering how much area?
Would be less than a kilometer, my lords, at that stage.
And in acres, how much?
My lords, these were on the roadside, my lords. These were old trees on the roadside that were being felled at the initial stage.
What was the contemplated width of the road?
My lords, I have it.
How many lanes?
4 laning, my lords. They say that a flyover project is coming over there, and for which, my lords, there would be expansion of the road.
And the filling is done by the state government or by the NICI?
My lords, it was by the state
Forest Department.
state government, my lords, the forest department of the state.
Yes, Mr. Khan. What is the status of the highway?
Lordship, my learned friend, Your Lordship,
I'm
is
appearing for National
representing.
Highways Infrastructure, NHIDCL, madam. Madam, this is a road proposed from Shillong to Bangladesh border, madam. There are 5, is divided into 5 packages, my lord, starting from Shillong. First package of around, there's a distance of about 10 kilometers, my lord. This is
Package means distance.
distance wise, my lord. It's divided into 5 packages, my lord.
5 parts rather, my lords. The
Five
package would be a part.
Now, the first part is proposed to be 4 laning, my lord. My lord, last affidavit we filed in the month of June, my lord. There we have explained, my lord, the 5 different packages.
It is mentioned in their lordship's order also, page 3. 5 packages are the following.
My lords.
My lord, the first package is proposed to be 4 laning, my lord. Because this will decongest the Shillong portion, my lord, as you leave from Shillong, my lord, towards Cherrapunji or towards down. And the rest is 2 laning, my lord.
11.6 kilometers
My lord.
lanes.
And this also includes a flyover, my lord.
If part of the highway is completed,
My lord.
would it be operational or all 5 packages have to be completed before it is operational?
My lord, the road to be fully operational up to Bangladesh border, my lord. All
No, suppose rebound to Mylium
my lord.
is completed. Now, could the public use 11.6 kilometers or?
Yes,
That,
will be able to.
it is, my lord, expansion of an existing road. So that would be very much possible.
So it could be part expansion also.
Lordships.
So basically, it's a widening of the existing road by acquiring land on the both sides of the road, my lord, as per alignment.
So the road to Shillong to Bangladesh is already there,
It's
but
already
this
there.
highway is being made to strengthen or widen
Widen.
or increase the traffic load
My lords.
and the condition of the road also.
My lord, widening.
And these trees are in the Rilbong Mylium area.
First package. As we leave from Shillong, my lord,
So what is your decision regarding the first package?
My lord, in first package, the proposal.
Number one,
My lord.
that if you are able to complete it,
My lord.
would you make it operational or wait for the second, third, fourth to be completed?
My lord, package 1, if it is completed, it can be used. My lord.
So how much time it will take for you to complete the formalities, acquisition, compensation, all these things?
My lord,
Get possession?
here what happened, my lord, when the work was awarded some 2 years back, my lord, to a contractor. Now, PHE department has not shifted the utility, my lord. There were PHE pipelines, water supply pipelines, my lord, and those were required to be removed. And there were certain other infrastructure of state government. So because of that, there was a delay in handing over the land to the contractor. Contractor left the work. He abandoned the contract. So we have to re-tender, my lord, and we have awarded the contract to a new contractor, my lord.
New India contractors.
The name is New India Contractor, my lord. And this contract
There's
is
an
signed-
affidavit filed, my lords, your lordship could find it in an affidavit filed by the NHADCL dated 14/6/2024.
my June affidavit, my lord, lots of kindly.
Yes. Now you tell us where the contract awarded to?
Well, the contract was awarded to one
New India. Last page.
New India Contractors.
Well, it's Messrs. New India Contractors and Developers Private Limited in joint venture with Messrs. BCC Buildtech Private Limited.
And now?
So now they are carrying on the work, my lord. This contract was signed on 25th September 23, and the contract period is 2 years, my lord.
This is a new contract.
It's a new contract because the previous contractor left the work, my lord, because the utilities were not shifted.
Acquisition is complete.
Acquisition is complete.
You have got possession.
My lord. Package 1 we have got, my lord. Package 3, the maximum difficulty you are facing is in package 3, my lord. Even the state government in their present affidavit they have stated.
But that is not the subject matter of the PIL. PIL is only felling of trees.
Lordship.
Well, originally it was only pertaining to felling of the trees, my lord. But because
So what is the timeline given to the new contractor to complete?
2 years, my lord.
2 years, my lords.
2 years from 23rd October 23. My lord. The appointed date was 23rd October 23.
As a matter of fact, my lords, in that affidavit, they mention that the physical progress of the work in package 1 is 16.5%. In June, my lords. This was in June. It was 16.5% and financial progress was 14.32%.
%14.3%.
14.3%.
Sorry?
14.3%. 3, my lords.
So when do you propose to clear the space of trees?
But
Must be much before October 25.
before October 25. But on that, my lord, I'll have instruction, my lord. I'll file an affidavit by when, as per the schedule, when they are required to cut the trees, my lord.
No, they have to cut it
They
latest
have to cut
within 2 years.
within 2 years.
What is your prayer now?
Well, it's my only limited prayer would be, my lords, that as and when the project has to come up, my lords, that cannot be stalled. But it has to be counterbalanced by reforestation of this area, my lords. And with the same kind of species, if we can try and maintain, my lords, the beauty of that place can actually be restored. That would be my prayer, my lords, ultimate prayer. As and when the project is completed, my lords, there is an obligation to the NHIDCL to actually do a reforestation. But what usually happens is, my lords, the reforestation takes place in some distant part of the state, where and the physical appearance of the place concerned, my lords, is completely changed. So as and when, my lords, the project is completed, we can, my lords, make an effort to reforest the place, and my lords, the beauty can actually be restored. To that limited extent, yes.
You want afforestation in that area?
In that area itself, my lords. Because what happens is, my lords, the trees are felled in Shillong. The reforestation takes place in West Khasi Hills. difficulties, my lords, none of us know whether it is actually happening, and if at all it happens, my lords, nobody knows what is the fate of that reforestation. As a matter of fact, my lords, there is an order passed.
Come up with a plan where they want to reforest the area.
But I can, as far as reforestation is concerned, my lord, there must be a provision for that in the master plan, my lord. If lordship permits, I can place that, my lord.
There is an order passed by the Honorable Court and another connected PIL, my lords, filed by me, myself, where there are orders for every tree cut, my lords, 10 trees have to be planted.
Well, that will depend on the space, my lord. Whether the existing road
May not be in the same place, my lords. We can try and put back one tree cut, one tree can be planted, other trees can be planted elsewhere, because the green cover of the state is steadily decreasing. If your lords, my lords permit, there's one other issue, my lords, I must point out before lordships. My lords, with regard to package 3, I am instructed, my lords, that there is a writ petition which has been filed by a private party before the learned single judge, my lords, that was listed today. So that, my lords, there are no contrary orders passed. May I pray your lordships direct that all these matters be listed along with this PIL before this honorable court?
No, we cannot direct that. You have to request the learned single judge to consider the matter and also what is pending before us.
My lords.
His lordship will decide whether to release his matter or not.
My lords.
And once it is released, if it is released and once it is released, then we will think of assignment to us.
My lords.
Otherwise, we cannot usurp another judge's
My lords.
jurisdiction.
I bow.
Yes, please take down. This public interest litigation for the time being involves only one issue involved in the building of a national highway between from Shillong to Bangladesh. Full stop. Yes. To Dow Hill near the border of Bangladesh. Full stop. The work involves widening and reconstruction of the existing road. Full stop. The proposed highway can be divided into 5 parts which have been described in the project documents as 5 packages as follows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from page 3 of order dated 6/2/2023. paragraph. We are concerned with the first of the 5 packages, that is the stretch of the highway between Riblong to Mailiam, Marbanyang, covering 11.6 kilometers. The grievance paragraph, the grievance of the writ petitioner has been that the existing road is lined by very old and precious trees, which are not only valueless but also contribute to the natural beauty of the landscape. Full stop. The building of the highway along this stretch. Now, the plan for building of the highway in this stretch involves large-scale felling of these trees which would be very detrimental to the environment. Paragraph. In previous orders passed by this court, it had made it clear that till the National Highways Authority took a conclusive decision to go ahead and complete the project, felling of the trees would remain stalled. Paragraph. Accordingly, there has been no felling of trees in this stretch up to this point of time. Paragraph. The court called for a report from the state. Okay. A report from the state with regard to the development in the acquisition, exercise, and so on. Full stop. Such report has been filed in court and duly considered by us. Paragraph. We have also heard Learned Deputy Solicitor General appearing for the National Highways Authorities. Paragraph. From the submission of the submission of Mr. Khan, Learned Additional Advocate General, and Mr. Was it the Learned Deputy Solicitor General? The following facts are brought to light. First, number one, as far as the first stretch is concerned, acquisition of land by the state and handing over the same to the NHAI are complete. Two, the contractor who was entrusted with the work for the first package covering 11.6 kilometers has been discharged and replaced by a new contractor on 25th September 2023 with a timeline 2023 with a timeline of 2 years from the date of commencement of the contract, that is 23rd October 2023, to complete the work. Next, till date, about 6.5% of the work has been done, and 14.3% of the financial allocation expended for this purpose. Paragraph. Mr. Paul, appearing in person for the petitioner, submits that the people of the area whom he represents in this public interest litigation would not have any objection to this developmental work of building a highway, but would very much pray for appropriate afforestation to be done in that particular area to maintain the ecological balance and environmental beauty. Paragraph. We have considered the submissions of learned counsel for the parties. Stop. We direct as follows. The NHAI is free to proceed with the NHAI and the contractor under them is free to proceed with building of the first part or package of the proposed highway full stop. They can proceed with all other work except felling of trees, for the time being. a joint report by the NHAI and the state government are to be filed in this court, is to be filed in this court. By 29th November 2024, disclosing a proposal for afforestation, proposed afforestation in the area around the first package with all necessary details. List this public interest litigation on 3rd December 2024. Now, before that, you see a copy of the report should be furnished
Millets.
to Mr. Paul appearing in person.
Millets. Obliged.
List this public interest litigation on 3rd December 2024 to seek the court's approval for this afforestation exercise and for further directions to proceed with construction and completion of the highway in package 1.
Millets, may I? It has only come in the order as 6.5 millets. It's 16.5 rather than 6.5 millets.
Sorry?
Millets, your lordships have dictated the
Progress,
progress.
okay, 6.5.
It is 16.5 millets.
Yes, we have said 16.
Millets.
16, but 16.5.
I'm obliged.
Your Lordship, small clarification. In place of NHAI, it should be NHIDCL.
That's the
NHIDC.
DCL.
CL millets. That's a corporation under the NHAI. Millets.
NHIDCL. Obliged.
Obliged.
Item number 2.
May it please your lordships. My lord,
Please, your
this,
lordships. The state respondent has already filed our affidavit, your lordship. On the 1st of October, giving you a status report of the the steps taken by the state regarding banning of the single-use plastic, your lordship.
You have filed your reply?
my lord, I have not filed the reply to this, my lord, but there's a municipal board which also a very important party here. They are yet to file their response, my lord, to.
My lord, I'm appearing on behalf of Mr. Philemon Nongri, my lord, who's for respondent number 2. My lord, I humbly pray for more time to file our affidavit.
Mrs. Yangi, you have filed on behalf of whom?
On the state respondent number 1, your lordship.
And you wish to file on behalf of?
Of respondent number 2, my lord, municipal board.
So why didn't you take directions on that day itself?
My lord. But I am.
Why piecemeal? Oh, no, no, no. No, you also took directions were made for you to file 2.
Yes, my lord.
But you have not been able to prepare.
My lord, small, sometime by
How much?
2 weeks, my lord.
No, no, you have already got 2 weeks.
Yes.
1 week's time. Time for the respondent number 2 to file its affidavit is, we are giving you 10 days, is peremptorily extended till 18 November. List is public interest litigation on 20th November, 20.
28 November. My
Obliged.
Greatly obliged, my lord.
You wish to file a reply?
My lord, I will not file a reply because I've seen that the response filed by the state secretary, there's nothing to reply to that, but I will give oral submissions, my lord.
No, to their affidavit, if any. It is,
Because they have through their response, they have brought on record some fact.
all right, we are keeping it on 21st.
21st, my lord.
A rejoinder, if any, may be filed in the meantime.
My lord, before that, my lord. Obliged.
Item number 4. Item number 3.
Please, Millards.
Yes.
Millards, this PIL again pertains to Millards, a road from Veloy. There's a place called Veloy to Balat. Millards, Balat is again a bordering area of Bangladesh in East Khasi Hills. Now, the deplorable condition of the road, Millards, have prompted the petitioner to file this PIL before your lordships. Now, a status report has been filed by the state today morning, Millards. We've been served a copy today morning.
Pursuant to order dated 28/10, Your Lordship. On 28/10/2024, we file a status report along with the photographs. Your Lordship was pleased to direct that we bring this on record with an affidavit. So we have filed an affidavit, and the petitioner also was directed to file a rejoinder, Your Lordship. They have filed the rejoinder, and we
Filed a
received
rejoinder, Millards.
the copies, Your Lordship.
Action taken report, the court has called for.
Millards.
So there is no room for any rejoinder to it.
that
We will
was in the-
consider it.
But
In the counter affidavit filed by them. Millards.
reply to our status report that we had filed on 28. 28/10, Your Lordship, we had filed a status report along with some photographs. Lordship, kindly have the order of 28/10, and the Lordship had directed the state may file an affidavit. So, and also direction was given for them to file a rejoinder to our status report. So, Lordship, we have exchanged. I've got the rejoinder. And Lordship, kindly give us some time. We will see what is to be done further with the rejoinder.
This rejoinder you have not filed up to
We
now.
filed, Millards. It has
You
been
have
filed.
filed.
yesterday. It has been filed yesterday.
Now the action taken report has been filed by the state.
Millards. Today morning, another affidavit with an action taken report was filed.
So you consider it and come.
Millards.
Also, only small clarity that we needed was in the rejoinder, Your Lordship. They're not given the specific what areas needs to be work. Because the photographs have been annexed, but if the specific areas are more mentioned in detail, it would be easy for the state to carry out. Because the stretch they are asking for repair work, the distance is a bit almost 74 kilometers. So patches that needs to be repaired, we have brought a status report. So just request my friend, Your Lordship,
Usually, Millards, the difficulty here, as your lordships would have seen, there's a series of PILs coming up with these roads. The maintenance of these roads, Millards, and I'm very sorry to say, is not as it should be, which is now forcing Millards people to actually come before this court with requests that your lordships, Millards, pass directions, which is what makes it a little difficult for me to actually point out stretches and Millards which kilometer, because entire roads have Millards get washed out, and they're not even open for vehicular traffic. So it is the responsibility of the state otherwise also to maintain them.
initial direction was, Lordship, for the patchwork to make the road pliable. That we have done it. So my only specific request was, Lordship, if there is another specific patches that needs maintenance or repair work. If those areas are identified, it will be easy for us because the stretch is very long. And the
We'll do
entire
that, Malaj.
and the construction and repair work for the entire package, Your Lordship, is pending.
Informally also, Malaj, we'll make a note and we'll give it to my
please
learned
note.
friend.
Yes,
The action taken report in terms of our order dated 28 October 2024 has been filed in court and taken on record. Learned counsel appearing for the petitioner wants time to consider the report. Also, we allow such prayer. List this public interest litigation once again on 27th November. Any response to the action taken report may be filed by way of an affidavit by the petitioner before the returnable date. With a copy served on the advocate on record for the state.
I'll oblige.
Item number 4.
Your Lordship. I'm seeking for some accommodation, Your Lordship, to file my additional affidavit.
Why?
Your Lordship, due to personal difficulty of the deponent, Your Lordship, to sign the affidavit, Your Lordship.
The additional affidavit has been filed.
No, Your Lordship, I was going to file it yesterday, Your Lordship. However, some personal difficulty, he couldn't come and sign, Your Lordship. I'm praying for some accommodation today, Your Lordship.
You are appearing for the first time.
No, Your Lordship.
This is a writ petition,
This is a
writ appeal,
writ appeal, Your Lordship.
not admitted up to now.
No, Your Lordship.
Not admitted up to now.
Not yet, Your Lordship.
You have no objection to adjournment?
No, Your Lordship.
On the prayer of adjournment made on behalf of advocate on record for the made on behalf of the appellant, comma not objected to by learned advocate for the respondents. This appeal and application are adjourned till 20th November 20.
Apply, Your Lordship.
Item number 5.
Your Lordship, steps for respondent number 5 has been taken, Lordship, on 25th 9.
Speak louder, please.
Steps for respondent number 5 has been taken, Lordship.
Sorry?
My lord, we enter appearance for the respondent number 5, my lord, today, my lord. Private respondent, my
This
lord.
is a writ appeal.
My lord. Challenging the order of the single judge, my lord.
Proceed.
Lordship, the matter may be posted for hearing, Lordship, on the next day because, Lordship, the conducting counsel is not there, Lordship.
Sorry?
The matter may be posted for
Yes.
hearing on the next day, Lordship, because the conducting counsel is not there, Lordship, today.
You say.
Okay, my lord. Any date, my lord. For hearing, my lord.
Not for hearing, for admission.
Yes, my lord, for admission hearing.
It has not been admitted up to now.
Oh,
Appearing for the first time.
it's admitted, my lord, and notice has been issued to
yes.
the private respondent, my lord. Admitted, my lord. In the order list, my lord.
Who's for respondent number 5?
My appointment has been challenged by the appellant, my lord. I'm the Gaunbura of
You are
Goladi
respondent number 5.
5, my lord.
Okay.
And I'm appearing for respondent 1 to 4, Your Lordship.
What is the impugned order?
My lord, the impugn order, my lord, at page,
No, what is the purport of this order?
my lord, yes, my lord. I was appointed by the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, my lord, by bifurcating one village, my lord. That is, power lies with the district council, my lord, with regard to the administration of village council.
Yes.
And the writ appellant, he has challenged the impugn order whereby I was appointed as the interim Gauvura of Goladegli Part 2 under West Garo Hills, my lord.
Yes.
And before passing the impugn order by the district council had issued notice to the villagers for they conducted an inquiry. Thereafter, in the revenue department in the district.
How long you are working now?
My lord, from almost 5.5, my lord.
5.5
5.5 months, my lord.
months.
Yes, my lord. Because they appointed me as the interim Gauvura, my lord, for a period of 6 months, because the village has been bifurcated and created a new revenue village, my lord, wherein I was appointed as the interim Gauvura for a period of 6 months, because the appointment of Gauvura, the power lies with the villagers, my lord, to run the administration.
What will happen after 6 months?
After 6 months, the respondent number 1 to 4, the district council, Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, they have to call for it, my lord, the opinion of the villagers. Then they will appoint a permanent Gauvura, my lord.
What does the appellant want?
Appellant wants to set aside the order of the impugn order, my lord. His difficulty is to set aside the notification whereby the village was bifurcated, but he has participated in the proceeding. The writ petition in the learned single judge, they dismissed on the ground that misrepresentation of fact, my lord, because he has admitted that he was never heard before passing the impugn order. But when the case record called for from the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council, it is evident from the record that he had filed his hazira and filed his written statement before the revenue officer, my lord. And after receiving the...
Are you asking for any interim order in the appeal?
No, Lordship.
No interim order.
No, Lordship.
So we will direct, you file an informal paper book and we'll send down the appeal for hearing.
Lordship.
You make sure she understands what is being
My
said.
lord, in this case, paper book is not required, my lord, because in the petition itself, everything is, they have annexed. Paper book is not required.
In the petition, everything is there.
Yes, everything is there.
In one book.
In this one book, in the petition, my lord.
Then it is all right. Yes, Puddu. The appeal was admitted by an order of this court dated 17th September 2024. Paragraph, the appeal can be heard out on the basis of the papers in the stay petition. To list the appeal for hearing. On 11 December 2024.
My lord. Highly obliged.
Highly obliged, Lordship.
Item number 6.
Here in this matter, my lord, the state respondent has to file affidavit, my lord.
May it please your lordship. On the last occasion, we had sought for time for filing an affidavit, lordship. At this instance, lordship, I pray for further time. There's still some other instructions that's required, though it's just from the legal aspect, lordship. I pray for some more accommodation, lordship.
3 weeks time was given on 6 September
My lord.
2024.
Lordship.
Then
Lordship. So I'm praying for some more time, my lord, at
Why?
this juncture. Lordship, for us to complete our
it
instructions.
means that you have no answer to the petition.
No, Lordship, we met them just this week, the officials concerned, Lordship. So I pray for some time to enable us to file the affidavit, to prepare and file the affidavit, Lordship.
Time to file the affidavit in terms of our order dated in terms of the order of this bench dated 6 September 2024, is peremptorily extended till 14th November.
My Lord,
Either you file it or you don't, please.
Lordship, I'm sorry to interject, my Lord, but my festival is starting, Lordship, and I'll not be available, my Lord. So I just pray for the next week thereafter, Lordship.
21st. Peremptory, list the matter, list this writ petition on 27th November.
Much obliged, Lordship.
Highly obliged, my lord.